Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Eve, and today I'm going to be focusing on the total solar eclipse in the sign of Cancer. Before we get into that though, I want to invite you to check out my website, which will be below in the product description. I have all of my products, services, lectures, and upcoming classes listed there. For those of you that are interested in my attunements, which are a deeper form of meditation, do check it out in this upcoming week. I will have up the attunement for Pisces. You do not have to be a Pisces though to purchase it. But it's specific to that energy and to the water element. I will also be posting a very special, unique attunement for the solar eclipse, and it's going to be geared around working with solar eclipse energy, no matter what sign language the solar eclipse is in. So thank you for joining. We are now coming in to the 7th month of the year, July. The numerology for 7 speaks to us of its time to look at our spiritual journey, to listen to our inner guidance. Number 7 is deeper, building a deeper connection with our intuition, our higher self, our soul group and family, and our divine guides and angels. And this month of July is absolutely inviting us to do that. And then we are in the year of 3. 2019 reduces into a number 3. 3 is all about self-empowerment, communication, and finding our deepest inner joy, allowing our joy to come through. Number 3, which can be associated as well with the 3rd chakra, is our power center. It's also our intuitive center though, and where we laugh from. When you think about taking a deep laugh, you find that you're laughing from that part of you. That's where our joy emanates from. And when we put the numbers 7 and 3 together, the month and the year, we have a number 1. Therefore, the month of July is about new beginnings and setting new intentions for our life, which is perfect because we have 2 eclipses. And in fact, in the month of July, we have 3 lunar events. On July 2nd, we have the total solar eclipse in Cancer. On July 16th, we have a partial lunar eclipse in Capricorn. And on July 31st, we have a black moon, which is a new moon in the early degrees of Leo. A very powerful month of awakening and emerging. And with the number 7 vibration, we get to go inward before we go outward. And that's what I like about the 7 and then the 3 and the 1. 7 is we go inward. 3 is we communicate our journey. And 1 is we're communicating what we want to manifest, what new beginnings we wish to create for ourselves. Beautiful numerology and astrology. Now with the astrology, as we go into the solar eclipse, which is occurring on July 2nd, 2019, we are firmly embedded now within this eclipse pattern of the signs Cancer and Capricorn. Eclipse patterns pretty much last about 2 years, and we are now halfway through this window of time. The very first eclipse in Cancer was last summer on July 12th, 13th of 2018. So that was our first emergence into working with what a solar eclipse energy in the sign language of Cancer is going to show up for us. We're going to have 3 of them in totality. The 3rd one will be next year in July. Is it July? No, it's June 21st, 2020 at 0 degrees of Cancer. So we already know that that's going to be another very powerful solar eclipse. But we have 3 in a row, and this one is the only one that is a total solar eclipse. In essence, it is the most powerful of the 3. Next year is going to be pretty close in energy, though, because it's falling on the summer solstice. So just keep in mind that these 2 eclipses are going to be very, very strong. And when we're working with ones that are only happening once a year, that means this energy is showing us the next 12 months of this cycle and what it represents for us. And remember, we started this exactly a year ago on July 12th and 13th. That was the first part of the cycle. Now we're firmly embedded in the center of it, though. And because this is a total eclipse, it is very, very powerful. And both the sun and the moon are moving into a conjunction with the North Node in Cancer, into an opposition with Saturn lined up with the South Node in Capricorn. And it's also lining up in an opposition to Pluto. By far, this is a more powerful eclipse than we had last summer. Everything is building here. Even though it is a solar eclipse, which is a new moon energy, it's about new beginnings. Because it's bringing in the oppositions in Capricorn, it's having intrinsically within it the energy of the opposition. Therefore, we're wanting to create new beginnings within ourselves, but also in relationship to significant people in our lives, to relationships in our lives, and to our outer environment. We're having the kind of a blend of 2 energies here. The blend of the new moon, the new beginnings that we're wanting to create, and then coming into harmony within all of our most important relationships. And the real final message around this astrologically is creating higher frequencies within our relationship with others. Now, earlier this year in January, we had a new moon in Capricorn. And so far, the Capricorn energy has been very, very strong. And it's been more about where our responsibility lies, where we feel like we have an obligation, something we need to be in integrity with. We signed up for that. We signed a contract. We have to follow through with this. Capricorn is about finishing the work, completing whatever we signed up for, whatever promises we made, whatever goals we set in motion. When we're in Cancer, though, it's bringing in the heart. And now we're getting the tables turned around. And we're being asked to bring in our joy. What is our truest heart desire here? Where is the love? Because this cannot be a journey about contracts and fulfilling contracts and meeting our goals and our expectations of work and being successful and being responsible. We now have to invest in our love. And then we can balance that out with our responsibility. But when we're going to be responsible and follow through with obligations, when we're not giving enough energy to what we truly love and want and desire for our own well-being on a heart level, on an emotional level, then at the end of the day and at the end of the week and the year, it is not going to work, folks. You cannot set the heart aside here. And that is the lesson that we are getting all summer long, because in the middle of these eclipses, Mercury is going retrograde. It's starting its retrograde cycle off on July 7th in very early Leo at 4 degrees of Leo, and it's going back into the sign of Cancer, where it will stop at approximately 23 Cancer in 57 minutes. And it will move forward on the evening of July 31st and the morning of August 1st. It's going back and forth between Cancer and Leo. Mercury, embedded within the eclipse patterns of this month and all of the lunar events, is telling us we have to now put our heart first. And this cycle that we have been in, by the way, goes all the way back to a cycle that we were in 2009 and 2010. That's the last time that we had eclipses in the signs of Cancer and Capricorn. And back in those 2 years, and it started the summer of 2009, I will never forget that summer. I could feel the shift in energy. It was July and August of 2009. We had a new moon, I think it was a new moon in Cancer, and then a very powerful one in August in Leo and Aquarius, I believe. But that was the last time we were in this cycle, and that cycle lasted through the first couple months of 2011. And in that cycle, the North Node was in Capricorn, and Mercury did its retrograde in Capricorn. The whole focus then was we have to finish our karma, because that's what Capricorn is about. And I don't mean karma necessarily in a bad way. I mean karma in a good way. It's all of the goals that we set out as a soul before we came into this lifetime. It's the promises that we gave to others, the contracts that we signed. It's the work that we came here to do. Capricorn does speak to our mission. And we set out at that time to really invest in our mission from 2009 into 2011. That was what we were doing. And that entire cycle, we've been working on this whole time. But now, in this summer of 2019, we have got to put our heart first. Because doing our mission, when we are sacrificing our dreams for the love that we want for ourselves, that higher love, that true love, that sacred soulmate, or that twin flame love, we can no longer sacrifice that. And that's what this summer is changing. Okay, so that is the astrology here. And just know that right now, Mercury is already in the shadow. It's already been preparing us since June 20th. We're already in it. Now I want to dive into the cards that I pulled that are guiding us through this beautiful energy in Cancer. Cancer is about the family, but it's about love. It's about the heart. It's about Divine Mother. And recognizing, where is our heart guiding us to? What is the love that we want to infuse into our life at this time? And everything is setting us up to bring that love to a more unconditional level. And when I say unconditional, it's not about giving the love away. Unconditional love is ultimately about recognizing love as something that is unlimited. There is no end to it. There is no limitations to what we can create, how much we can give, and how much we can receive. That is the ultimate message here. Let's look at the angels and what they're giving us. Interesting, the first card is the angel of communication. Communicate clearly. Do not be afraid to tell it like it is. Well, we are in the middle of a very powerful Mercury cycle in Leo and Cancer. You've got to come out and be who you are. Look at the colors there. I love it. Cancer is the blues, and Leo is the gold, but with green. Leo has green too. We have both of those Leo Cancer energies there. And look at that angel. They're spreading their wings. They're coming out and just being who they are. But this is standing in your power without blame, without pointing fingers. You can gently and lovingly speak your truth. That is the message I'm being given. Let's look at the other angel, the angel of relaxation. Let go of desired outcomes and you will get what you want. And again, we're getting that energy of the dark blue, deep blue, and look at the third eye lit up on both of them. And also I was realizing right now the green, the heart, opening your heart completely to become an unlimited being of love. Now the dark blue ignites the third eye, which is, by the way, the seventh chakra. So there we're going back to the number 7. And 7 and blue is about communication as well. It's very important that we relax in to what messages are coming through. We relax into being who we are. And then we can communicate that beingness and that authenticity in a very gentle yet clear and precise way. I'm getting the word precision here. Be precise and clear with your communication. Don't hold on too tightly to what you desire. I was having a conversation with a client earlier on how we tend to hold on very tightly with a fist to what we want. Why? Because we want something and our immediate way of wanting it is directing on how it's going to come in. And we don't realize that when we direct how it's going to come in, we are actually blocking it from coming in. The more you can just set out an intention and a desire and begin the work on what you want, but doing it in a relaxed mode and a flexible mode, then your outcome will come in far faster and more effortless, and it will take on the theme of how you wanted it to come in. It will be more the desired outcome, but you can't hold on to it too tightly. You have to surrender it and let it go. Just these, there's a water theme going through these cards as well, the blue. And water doesn't hold on to anything, it lets it go. So let it flow through your fingers. The angel of healing. The angels have felt your sadness and they have shown up today to send you healing. Some of us are really needing, during this eclipse energy in this month of July, some very, very deep healing is what I'm getting. And look at that. We're getting the solar plexus. There's the third chakra. But notice how it's coming pretty much across the lower chakras. It's hitting all of them. The first all the way up through the third eye. Call on your angels of healing to assist you, to help you balance. Look at all these beautiful colors of balance. Go to yoga classes, go to breathwork classes, get some of your own personal healing done. Listen to guided meditations that take you through deep breathing, meditations that take you through your chakras. Work with crystals. That's why I brought some out today. And I want to do a sidebar here and go to the crystals and see what our crystals today are. Look at that. See, we've got a lot of blue crystals today. Larimar. Slow your roll. Well, when we're going into relaxation and healing, we've got to slow down, right? It's a recognition of slow down, be in the moment, and breathe. Pay attention to everything around you and be simply in the moment. Slow your roll. When you're super agitated, stop, drop, hold Larimar in your left hand and commence breathing. Isn't that interesting? I was just talking about the breath. But the light blue is one of the energies of healing. Work with light blue crystals. If you don't have Larimar, you can work with aquamarine or a light blue agate of some form. Let's look at what other crystals we have here. We have another blue one. Blue calcite. It's another crystal of communication. Act on your dreams. Act on your dreams. This is very good for people who worry a lot. And so the message of blue calcite is, again, go into meditative state. Surrender your worries so that you can become clear on what action to take. When stress is the enemy, freaking out is not a prerequisite for accomplishment. Deadlines are not death sentences. Stress will extinguish your creativity and crush your dreams if you let it. Call on the calming, focused energy of blue calcite to remind you to put stress in its place, far away from the joy of the process and the delight of dreaming big. Again, slow down. Be in the moment. Worry is a form of prayer that you do not need. And what is the last crystal? Because we're getting an awful lot of blue energy here. Look at that. Blue and violet. Kyanite. Deepen your perspective. I love it. I love kyanite. It's about going in deeper. Yep, diving in. Looking at what is blocking you here. If you're not getting your desired outcome and you are releasing it, that means there's a deeper blockage within you that you need to look at. Okay? When you find yourself drowned out by that mental noise, again, we're getting a double message here that we're too much in our minds. The month of July is calling us to dive into our hearts. Cancer energy, Leo energy is calling us to dive into our hearts. Listen to your intuition. Listen to your body speaking to you. Listen to those small, still voices inside of you. But you've got to listen to your body now. It's not your mind that has the solutions here. Even the greatest thinkers need to be reminded. Thoughts are thoughts. Reality is reality. You can deal with it like an anxious chihuahua. Or you can get down with kyanite and align to the moment with your calm and cool intact. You know, earlier today I was doing a meditation, and I was getting guidance to do this for my upcoming attunement in Cancer and solar eclipse energy, calling in the blanket of peace. Call in your blanket of peace. Sit down and get down with any blue or violet crystal you have and get into your peace and do your breath work, do your yoga work, do your meditation, your visualizations, because that is what is going to be with you for this month. Let's look at the last angel message here. The angel of joyfulness. Something wondrous and magical is about to happen. There is something coming. I can feel it. I've been feeling like July is going to bring a lot to us, but I was getting the sense that it's going to be more the end of July and August. However, be aware that in these first 2 weeks of the eclipse, from July 2nd to July 16th, when we have the lunar, it's a huge vortex of energy, and anything anything can come in that time frame. Angel of joyfulness, call her in to be with you. Remember, all of these angels and goddesses that I bring out today for this, you can call on them. In fact, I invite you to. That's why they jumped out of my decks. So call on the angel of communication, the angel of relaxation, the angel of healing, and the angel of joyfulness. Be aware something magical is coming. And I also wanted to bring in the goddesses. I did not realize so many were wanting to come in. 4 came in, so let's look at them. Kali, endings and beginnings. The old must be released so that the new can enter. Look at that. That's the total solar eclipse. That is a very direct message. This total solar eclipse is about releasing the old so that the new can blossom. And this could be an old way of doing things. And I'm also getting release the workaholism, step back, dive into what you really want from a heart place. It's not about your pocketbook right now. It's about your heart. What does your heart really want? What does the love within your body, what is your love asking for and dreaming of? Okay, so release the things that are not allowing the new you to blossom and emerge. That's what I'm getting. Let's look at the next goddess. Bast, the goddess of independence. Your independence is a foundation for your strength and success. Look at that. The felines. This is very strong Cancer energy. Very strong. But it's also speaking to balance and harmony. And it's about, again, standing up in your authenticity. And you know, I've been getting that message for how long now, guys? Years. Well, especially the last 2 years. Yep, the message of we are indeed emerging deeper and deeper into who we each are as individuals on this planet. I'm seeing here with this too, celebrate your independence. Celebrate your success and your strength. You are going to get what you want. Why? Because you believe in yourself. Let's see what the third goddess is. Yamanya, golden opportunities. Beautiful. Perfect. She goes along with the angel of joyfulness. Important doors are opening for you right now. Walk through them. There we're going, getting the Cancer energy again. Look at that. The whole summer is filled with water. But Yamanya also is telling you there's a whole doorway of opportunities coming. So as you're going through, look at it as sliding doors. If the first doorway isn't what you want, pull back and wait for the next one. You're not going to miss out on anything. Wait for the ones that speak to you. Follow that inner guidance. You will know which is the right doorway to walk through. Let's look at the last goddess. You know, I was feeling her energy earlier. Rhiannon. Yeah, she's the Celtic goddess, the sorceress. You are a magical person who can manifest your clear intentions into reality. And then we have the lunar energy, but that's a full moon. So here we started with Kali, the new moon, the solar eclipse, and we're going into the full moon, which is the lunar eclipse on July 16th. This can also be speaking to the full moon, though, in August. We are manifesting between now and I would say that full moon in mid-August. We are manifesting these new beginnings for ourselves. Call on the goddess Rhiannon and the magical unicorns to help you on this journey. Beautiful messages. I am so happy with these messages. So now I'm going to do the pick of cards, and you can either stop here. This is 1, 2, 3, and 4. Let's see if I can move this a little bit further down here. Or you can listen to all of them. Let's see what number 1 is. What is your guidance for love? Act as if your partner is here. Whether you have someone in your life or not, act as if they are with you so that you will always consider them. It's a number 17, which is the star in the tarot. And look at the butterflies. You have to envision them, visualize your partner standing next to you, dancing with you. I often get with this card that we have to have 2s of things in our physical environment. 2 crystals next to each other, get 2 heart crystals and put them next to each other. Set out 2 placemats on your table, 2 wine glasses, 2 water glasses. Put out things in 2s. And dress when you're going out as if you're going to meet your partner at any moment. I'm also seeing maybe going out, and just as you're out in nature and out in the world enjoying the summer, that you're going to meet that person. Those of you that just chose this deck, I feel like maybe you haven't met your partner. Maybe you're single. Maybe you haven't met them yet. Or maybe you're with someone, but you're just getting to know each other, and you would like the relationship to deepen. You want the relationship to feel as if it is truly harmonious and balanced. That's a beautiful message. It can also speak to the 17th day of these next couple of months. And of course, the 17th of July is one day after the lunar eclipse. So that's going to be a powerful day, as is the 17th of August. Okay, let's look at deck number 2. What is your message for romance and love? Speak the language of love. Loving words have the power to change someone's life, including your own. So right now for number 2, 1 and 2, it looks like we're seeing this message of union, of really being in relationship with one another from a harmonious place where you recognize each other, you receive each other as complete and total equals. When I say complete and total equals, it means it's more of an unconditional love. You're mutually supportive of one another. That your time is not more important than theirs. What you want is not more important than what they want. It's equal. It is a balanced, loving relationship where you are giving to one another in equal terms. But you're also being told to speak the language of love this summer. Do something kind and loving towards the one that you love. And this is not just about love in terms of romance. For those that chose this one, I'm being told it's just about giving beautiful things to those you most value in your life. Speak the language of love. Be giving. And what's the number? It's 35, so that's an 8. Maybe the 8th day of July, or it's showing you that there's beautiful love building in your life in the month of August. And again, we have the full moon. So for those of you that chose this one, the full moons are going to be particularly important these 3 months of summer, which are July, August, and September. Okay, so let's look at number 3. Wow, are we getting the message of 2s? This is crazy. Spend some quality time together. It is important that we spend quality time with those we are in significant relationships with, listening and talking to each other. This is for those of you that I think are already in a relationship, whether it's a marriage or a significant other. And this is just inviting you to spend quality time together. I'm picking up it may be for those of you that have children or have a family and a lot of work, and you just haven't had time to go on date night or go on a little extra vacation just one-on-one together, that this summer is a beautiful time to do that. And for you, this is about the new moon or the crescent moon. Therefore, for the next 3 months, The time maybe to spend quality time together or go on a vacation together, just build the romance and the love, would be in the new moon energies. And of course, the solar eclipse on July 2nd is a new moon. That's the new moon for July. We'll have one in August and September as well. Actually, July 31st, August 1st. Beautiful. And then for those of you who you're not married, you're not in a significant relationship, but you've met someone, get to know them. That's the message I'm getting. Spend quality time together to see if it's the right fit. Is this going to be a beautiful fit? And I think the message might be yes, but you got to spend time together first, okay? Awesome. Now let's go to deck number 4. You are a limitless being. Recognize this truth. You can do anything you choose to do. I'm getting a hit that for this deck, number 4, you might be single. Or maybe you just got out of a relationship or got out of a marriage, and you really have been spending a lot of time working on yourself. This speaks to me about self-love, that you've been putting in an awful lot of time and energy on what you want, spreading your wings, finding out, who am I? What do I want in love? What do I want in a relationship? And I'm not saying that you're not open to meeting someone or dating. You are, but in your time. So for some, maybe you're not ready. Maybe you've decided you don't want to enter into anything romantic just yet because you're working on self-love and on doing things for you right now. And for a whole nother group of you, I'm getting that you've been working on self-love for quite a while. And from that platform, you're wanting to put yourself out there and you're wanting to bring in a very, very sacred partnership. The twin soul, the sacred love, the sacred counterpart. That's what the symbol of the 2 swans represents. That sacred union. Beautiful. But remember, you are limitless. Ask for everything you want. Do not dampen it down. And the last message I'm getting here is, don't compromise either, because you're reaching for the stars. If something's coming in love and it's not quite what you want, let it go. Let it go, because there's something better. And the number 4, that can be about you building your foundation, which is what I've been getting. You're setting your intentions and you're going after your dreams because you've been building a very solid, stable foundation within your life already. That's a foundation within your inner being, feeling very good about yourself. It's also about having built a foundation financially where you feel like you're ready to now reach for the stars with your dreams and within your romantic life. Okay? I wish you all so much this month of July and with these eclipse energies. Remember, it is a solar eclipse, a new moon. Do a wish list on that day. Do a ritual for yourself. Set very powerful intentions for your life. Many blessings to you all.